Hey guys, CaptainPaladinLP here. Welcome to another episode of Faxanadu. In the last episode, well, we now return to the Town of Daybreak. Now, which means now we got Daybreak out of the way and got the Demon's Ring that will enable us to get into the next world. Or not the Demon's Ring, but the Ring of Elf. We are now able to go into Dartamoor. And it looks like, and this is post-commentary because, yes, I recorded this a long time ago, and I thought the commentary was crap, like it usually is sometimes. But we will now continue on with our game here. And watch out for these bumbling bees and all that stuff like that, so fortunately for us, we're going to be okay. You got these blue guys, you'll be seeing them quite more often. And you got more of those astronauts. Must have Axe deodorant or something, because nothing beats an astronaut. That's the case. Jump on over there, and yes, this is post-commentary. I do admit this is post-commentary because, I don't know. I sat on this episode for almost 2 weeks now. As you can see, we got an elixir, so we got an elixir. And then you can exit in and out without a key, so virtually keys in this area are virtually useless. And you probably won't need any. So, yes, we're now at the world of Elf, the Dwarfs area. Alright, so now we can go in through here. Establish our checkpoint. I shall give you a title, Superhero. Make sure you live up to it. Oh, and Happy President's Day. This is probably going to be, up a day after President's Day, so I hope you had a nice 4-day weekend, including Valentine's Day, also the weekend, and other things. Like, this is, gonna be released Tuesday for sure. I know so, because I have plans after getting Paper Mario all the setting done. So we're actually we're just going through here. This is you can't go further to the right. You have to go back the other direction. And the hospital in this area is 3,000 gold for full treatment, which sucks pretty much. But I guess it's under the assumption if you need a complete heal or something like that. But we're gonna go ahead and pick up some red potions. I must say though, I do admit this game, they weren't really that original about the darn of originality about the music and the sound effects of this game. I thought they were just I guess for any game, because Feria was kind of like the same way. Alright, so we actually are done here, so we're going to head out into the world again, and we will kill some enemies. Oh, yeah, that guy this Peter Pan look-alike, or Peter Pan demon if you want to call him, virtually can, attack from across a wall, so you gotta be kind of careful. We're just gonna go and look at a house inside this area. But yes, this is the final area. I mean, this is kind of a creepy area almost, but But I guess based on my opinion of this game, I guess they could have probably done more with it. I mean, this game was developed by Hudson Soft. I mean, the makers of Mario Party and all. I mean, this one should have had probably maybe a sequel or something like that. at least in my opinion, they should have had like a sequel to this game. I mean, this is one of the few I think that, you know, did fairly well. You gotta jump, kind of avoid that guy, and then you gotta have your jumping ability, or you're gonna get run over by those long legs. So we got a house here. Go to see the guru in the castle Fraternal. So then we go to see this guy. Dragon Slayer is in the hands of the king of the dwarfs. Well, we will go and pay a visit to his majesty. And he's gonna have some weird looking hands whenever we're actually done with this episode. You know, meet with the king of the dwarfs. But I mean, if you think the king of the dwarfs is the final boss, think again, because it's not exactly the overall objective. It is one of the critical objectives in this game, but it is not the primary one. And you got this little high stepper there. Alright, so a little more like a demon, and of course got buzzed off, you know. Alright, so this next area is going to take a little bit to go through, because the castle Fraternal is not exactly what you call an easy objective to complete. I mean, I think the enemies are probably relatively easy to beat, but I think the overall, you know, the strength of the boss that you have to fight is very, very difficult. So yeah, you might want to have a few red potions, because you want to kind of hold on to your elixir at the very last moment when you have nothing left to actually, you know, defend yourself with. Yeah, and he hits that mechanical Peter Pan, darn it. We should call them the Merry Men or something like that, the robotic Merry Men or something like that. Yeah, they do have their little daggers and all that stuff, but they do a lot of damage, that's for sure. Oh, I guess I can go ahead and mention one thing, though, about this game. And I've kind of noticed, you know, how difficult this might be. I was kind of looking at the advice, you know, for, you know, the advice that, you know, some of these, you know, other guides might have mentioned. Do not be afraid of taking damage in this particular game, because you're going to take damage. I mean, I think in this particular game, you know, that's kind of like, well, I don't want to take any damage. Well, as you can see with, you know, me in this game, and probably Feria, you know, RPGs like that, you're gonna take damage regardless of what happens. I mean, this particular one, I don't think I've gone, you know, 3 steps without taking it, you know, a hit. And you're gonna have to actually, you know, roll with the punches of this game, because you're given a steady meter, of course, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it does cause a lot of frustration with those who are, you know, frustrating, you know, having like a perfect run or something like this. Well, you know, this particular one, this is not like Galaxy 2, you know, like a Daredevil Comet or anything like that. I mean, this one, I don't think you can actually do like a hardpoint run, or like Paper Mario, or have anything like, have like special conditions. I mean, this is one game that it is very difficult if you were like to have like a reverses on, or this one's very difficult to actually speed run. I mean, for sure. I know there's a lot of players who like, you know, speed runs. Well, nothing wrong with speed running, but you got to know, first of all, the experience. You know, it does take you a while to gain the experience that you want, you know, to beat this game. I mean, as far as Faria is concerned, I beat the game a lot sooner than I should probably have done it. I mean, because I know how to... I guess I could say I did somewhat speedrun it, because, you know, I was really at a pretty low level for where I particularly was at, you know. Because I beat the final dragon because I think it was only level 22, and that's pretty low, because some people, you know, had a lot less experience. Or will probably go a lot more experience, you know, in this instance. But, you know, whatever the case is in this situation, you know. Sometimes you just gotta ignore, you know, and go roll with the punches, you know, in terms of, you know, actual getting, you know, the experience you need to, you know, successfully beat the game. And I guess it's kind of like, you know, the Zelda runs with the, you know, the heart containers, which increases your stamina and stuff like that. Well, that's what, you know, that's what that's all about. And of course, you got the 3 heart runs, and you got all these, you know, other special challenges that, you know, players use. And this particular, you know, role-playing game, you've got to have lots of patience, but you also got to do it right. And I tell you, I mean, my brother and I got frustrated with even with Galaxy 2 because I was stuck at one level and I just couldn't help myself but to, you know, stay. I was trying to figure out, adjust my tactics and stuff, and it was just so freaking difficult to do so. But, you know, I mean, and we had to stop playing a game, and then turned out that all the audio of my brother and I, you know, did, you know, we lost the audio what we did together, but I would probably say my brother didn't talk very much. I was doing all the talking for, you know, for him and stuff, but, you know, which we will be doing. We're probably going to do some more post-commentary with Galaxy 2 because he decided he wanted to be part of it, but, you know, I think there was a lot of instances that he didn't talk very much. He was very tired because he had college and stuff, and he's still going to college and stuff like that. But here's the Guru inside the Castle Fraternal. The Dwarfs regard the meteorite as a cosmic messenger. It is a dreadful thing, as you already know. It turns into poison when dissolved in water. It is not inconceivable that you would experience mental and physical changes when you are near or touch it. That is why the dwarves have changed and gone crazy. So basically, apparently they got it in their thick skulls that, you know, the dwarves got in their thick skulls that it was a messenger for them, and despite, I guess, whatever warning signs they may or may not had, you know, they chose to believe that it was a cosmic messenger, and, you know, that's, you know, unfortunate, but it's just, you know, it's, you know, what they were told to believe, and you see this kind of stuff in Star Trek as well. I mean, you got, you know, the Bajorans, you got the Prophets, and you got the Pirates, and, you know, that's basically the good versus evil kind of, you know, concept, which I think, alright, I must admit that where they were actually going with that in this, probably the 6th and 7th season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you know, they really turned up the religious side of things when you know, the religious side kind of like to Star Trek, you know, with the, you know, DS9 and everything. I mean, I thought, yes, it was a science fiction, but at the same time, I think the major focus was, religion and, how religion affects a society, how it built up a society, and how it gave the logical process, the role of the prophets in everyday life in a vast community where, science is, and also technology is dominant, and it kind of I think went in some avenues. I think it was a little bit boring in some ways, because I think they kind of got away from that when they did Star Trek Voyager and stuff like that, and then I think when they went to Enterprise, I think they kind of went to I think their target audience was kind of like the middle class American almost, because there were episodes of Enterprise that were devoted to communities that were dedicated to labor, and some, of course, this debate about corporations versus big labor. That was actually had some episodes dealing with that kind of issue, but we're kind of right now near King Grieve, which is basically the king of the Dwarfs. He is in that door on the far right, and I decided to use an hourglass because those ghosts were actually ticking me off. You wouldn't. It was the case. They were seriously ticking me off. I had to use magic just to kind of get away from that. And now, I had to switch to death because inside that door is right there. Even affected King Grieve right now. So yeah, I kind of watch out. Alright, so I try to use up all my magic before I use the elixir, because the elixir, of course, refills your magic power the best it could too. And I probably should have got. At this point, I did not get the tilt like I wanted to, but yeah, he cornered me here. And I kept forgetting to use my magic shield because that was there to protect me. And I had to use up another red potion just to get myself, reorganized here. And this guy is very tough. If you don't have tilt, probably you get death. It's probably good to have one or the other. And use your shield. Just kind of, use your shield. Because it does deflect at least a good portion of that magic. I think it's 90%, if I'm not mistaken. Because a small shield's 50%. The large shield is 75%, and the magic shield's 90%. But now we got the Dragon Slayer. So, at any given point, we can activate the Dragon Slayer, and we will be in our full plate and the battle suit and the battle helmet. So yeah, we now have the ability to transform at any given moment. But for right now, I think I was using this time to get the hell out of here, because that thing just can drive me crazy anytime, any day. But. And we still got about, let's say, almost 10 minutes left. So, we're kind of on our way. But yeah, Star Trek tried. And I think it kind of gave up. I think in some ways it just gave up because, with, Enterprise, I think they, I guess what killed the series was the Zindi, and I thought, it was probably had some very good series and, you know, concerning the Zendi and stuff like that, but a lot of people disagreed with me, of course, because, I mean, I guess it just got too much to the point where the Enterprise was on the, you know, brink of actually losing, you know, losing the ability to defend Earth and stuff like that, and devoting an entire season, you know, kind of like to that. A lot of people, I think, were waiting for like the Romulan conflict. You know, what happened back in right after the time around Archer. You know, the establishment of the neutral zone and all that stuff. The formation of the Federation, and I think there was a lot of people who were waiting for that, but then again, you know, it just kind of fell flat at the end. But and I think the ending of the, you know, Enterprise series was a bit flat, but, you know, but I think that was a good thing that Rick Berman kind of, you know, stepped aside, because I think he kind of failed with Enterprise a little bit, I think. Even though I think the direction was pretty good. I mean, with the 4th season of Enterprise, they were starting to come back from it, but, you know, these executives, you know, when they decide to pull the plug, you know, they are the ones who make the final say and stuff like that. Speaking of, you know, corporations and all that stuff, but whatever. Now we're back here at the Guru here, because we are supposed to talk to him. The monster you just defeated is King Grieve. The king of the Dwarfs. The evil one changed his appearance to... Alright, basically what it said until my screen went black again. It was my stupid screensaver. Basically what happened was King Grieve was transformed by the evil one that is in the castle that we have yet to go to, which is the final castle where, you know, the final, you know, boss is at. So, but our business is actually complete here. We're actually going to be going into the ointment one more time, just to get, you know, us out of here. But it's really straightforward. But yes, the King Grieve. I guess the aliens from the meteorites that were associated with this meteorite was changed everything about the dwarfs, and that's why you see all these, you know, monsters. Some that are not, you know, probably natural to, you know, the world tree. Some that are, you know, foreign. Some that were, of course, part of the dwarfs. Some that were foreign enemies, of course. But, you know, I mean, that's basically the logic you can draw from it at this point. Because that enemy we're hitting right now is, definitely an alien from outer space. This is not. I would imagine that is not from the world tree. They're natural in origin, more or less. There are a lot of illegal immigrants, whatever the case is. So we're actually heading out of here now, so the power of the ointment's gone. Well, it was good while it lasted. Alright, so we are now heading back to where we need to go. Those blue aliens can go F off. And so we gotta get Snake off. Snake on a lap. Pretty much the case is. Snake enemy I ever fought was probably the snake from Fury. Fury. That hissing snake in the land of Cleopatra and all that fun stuff. Civic mission, Civic mission from the demo of Fury, and that I still think that's probably one of my good LPs to this day, even though it's not that popular. It actually gained a lot of viewers, from what I'm told. I recently got a comment from a person who, who said I finally did an LP like that, and has been looking forward to it, and I'm kind of like, that's amazing. Someone who likes like a Windows 95 game, pretty much. But, that's pretty amazing. I mean, it's nice to see that some games like that are still popular. I mean, and I was happy to do it. I was actually pleased that some people like it. It's actually done better, but I still think my best LP, I think so far to date, is my, oh, I'm probably about to die here. Oh my god. Red potion, yeah, thank you. Yeah, food, a little late now, buddy. But we're getting close to the end of the episode, because we're going to be heading back to the Town of Dartamoor here. So, but there is one thing we're going to be doing in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and get the next title here. I shall give you a title, Paladin. Oh, wait, what? Ah, nice. Paladin. Well, geez, I wonder where I got the name from. Gee. No, actually, I got the name from the Western from Have Gun Will Travel, but another Gene Roddenberry Western, but whatever the case is. But this will actually do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. The next episode of Faxanadu will be the series finale, which is episode 10, and we're going to finish the series. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been CaptainPaladinLP. We'll see you guys next time.